Hey, everybody, it's your pal, Sterling, back again. This time I'm attempting to apply one of the three R's to some extra content, some extra footage that I had from the Master Duel event. You can see it. You see me slapping cards and tokens on the field. I had some extra footage with no good usable audio, but I figured, hey, part of what I'm doing on this channel is trying to get practice with, you know, content creatory type stuff. And what's more content creator esque than, well, talking? So that's what I'm going to try to do here. I'm just going to try to talk. Well, I don't know where I'm going to go with this. Just no script. Just uh, you know, allowing the stream of consciousness to guide me where it will. And hopefully I get something worthwhile out of it. Ha ha ha. Well, a good easy topic to reach for is, uh, you know, anime. Seeing as how that's most of what I consume these days in the way of media, it's anime and video games. I've largely given up on actively watching stuff on cable. Video games and anime, and where those two don't exist in my media consumption in my day to day, well, that's what YouTube videos are for. But anyway, enough about that. Anime I've been watching recently, right? I've been watching something that harkens back to the days of old. It's good old fashioned, long and running episodic anime. Classic shonen. It's Dragon Quest The Adventure of Dai. Just has that nostalgic feel to it. Maybe that's just because when I was a young one, when I was a young man, little boy, a short lad, one of the first games I ever actually owned was Dragon Quest 3. Though that was back when they were still calling it, they were still being localized as Dragon Warrior 3 over here in the West. But it's still just, same game, slightly different name. I had it on a Game Boy Color. Nice game, a lot of reading. It's a good thing I was such a good reader. I had big, good reading skills as a child, which let me navigate that game pretty well. What a time that was. And what a time the Adventures of Dai has been so far. We're closing in on the end here. But was it 90 something episodes ago? It starts off simple. A young boy on an island being raised by monsters. His caretaker wants him to be a magic man. Little homie Dai, of course, has bigger aspirations. He wants to be a hero. So he's trying to do hero stuff. And then stuff happens. People come to the island and he thwarts a plot. And then Big Evil shows up. That's after former hero mentor and coward mage show up. Avon and Pop. Big homie Pop. How long that lad's come since the beginning. Yeah. They go on their big quest to get Big Swole so they can put an end to the evil of Hattler, the main threat at the time. and his Dark Army commanders. There's 6 of them, including himself. All of them under the banner of Dark King Vern. Yeah. Lovable characters. You got Dai, you got Pop. He's the magic man, as I said. You got Mom, Ma'am. Her name's spelled M-A-A-M. She starts off as a gunner, but the gun breaks, so she transitions to just punching stuff really hard. Worked out well for her. She got that classic shonen anime fighter girl gorilla strength. She's got plus my eyes are messing with me. She's got pink hair too. Why are these strong bitches always got the pink hair and are associated with healing? What's up with that? Anyway. Oh yeah, then so they're all disciples of Avon, right? Who Chaozu'd himself to try to stop Hatler, but it didn't work. But it hurt him a lot, but it didn't work. So then they go to recruit Hyunkel. Well, I didn't know what the deal was with him initially, But he shows up. He's part of the dark. He's one of the Dark Commanders. He's leader of the. I don't care what legion he was leading at the time. But no. Before I get to that though, they liberate the other kingdom from the scourge that was Crocodile, the Beast Legion commander. Dai beat the hell out of him. After some words were thrown about regarding honor and securing the dub and all that. And then eventually you get to fighting Hyunkel, and then Hyunkel's like, Avon, I'm a disciple, yeah, sure, but Avon killed my dad. Except Hyunkel was adopted, also raised by monsters, but then Avon showed up and was like, hey, yo, I'll ordinarily murk you here, but I see something in your eyes. You are a father. I can't cut you down. You're a father. So he let him go. But then Hatler was like, "Hey, yo, you let Avon go? I'm killing you now. Goodbye." And yada yada on, so on and so forth. And then you had the clash. You got Dai fighting Hyunkel, and they're clashing. And Hyunkel's just stronger than Dai at that point. He's like Dai but cooler and edgy. But you know how it goes, shonen anime. So he beats the hell out of him, and then he joins up. He sacrifices himself. Actually, he was on some Terminator stuff. There was lava and everything, and he was holding a boulder above his head to save everybody, and then he threw it or something. Wild stuff happening in that anime. They all join up and they go fight and do more stuff, and then Dai has to fight his father, who's Dragon Knight. Also, yeah, Dai's a Dragon Knight, by the way. He's a hero, but he's a Dragon Knight. The culmination of the power of the gods of dragons, darklings, and humans. Darklings being like demons, basically. Think of it like that. They're from the underworld usually, but who cares? I care. That's why I'm talking about it. Yeah, I care. That's why I'm yammering right now. You might care because you're listening to this for some reason. I've taken to saying this a lot at the end of videos. I'll say it here most of the way through this one. You're not getting any of this time back. I can't refund you that. Father Time doesn't accept my correspondence any longer. You know. Pardon me. Anyway, so yeah, just rolling through the world, getting big, strong, guys getting real strong, popping mom, find people to help train them up, pop trains with Master Roshi if Master Roshi was a wizard. So Master Roshi basically even learns big beam type attack. Mom trains with some scruffy old dude in the wilderness who turns out to be he's a kung fu master, best there ever was. He takes on the disguise later so people don't know who he is. He calls himself Mr. Beast, no relation. I'm getting ahead of myself. We need to talk about Dai's daddy, Baron. That dude's cool. He had a cool mustache. Dripped out of his fucking mind. Yeah, there's a whole thing with him trying to brainwash him using the power of the dragon crests and all this stuff. But then when he realizes that his son is throwing hands with him pretty evenly, Baron says, "Nah, I gotta stomp. I gotta go all out now." He turns into a Dragonoid, also no relation. Ain't no Bakugan here. None of those failed toys for children here. Just a man, his mustache, and his boots, which survive his transformation into some sort of dragon man, a Dragonoid. When Dai can't do it, even though he's his son, because he's half human, but it doesn't matter. He's still throwing hands anyway. I forget. Yeah, I think Dai ended up still getting his cheeks clapped because he didn't have a weapon that could hold up to his awesome power. But Baron didn't have it in him to kill his son or something. I have to go back and rewatch that shit. Anyway, so we fast forward, and now Vern's out. Vern's all the way out. Vern is all the way out. Full force. Max power. He merged his old self and his young self together. Don't worry too much about it. Maybe if I have more time another time, I'll get more into depth on that. I probably won't. Who am I kidding? I'm not. I've already fed you enough out of this. Man. 13. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, you know what I'll do? You know what I'll actually do? I got a treat for you. See, this is a time when I'm able to hit you with the sterling brand of abstract storytelling and whatnot, where I just talk. I get a subject and I talk. And I do my best to make my recollections of stories not bland, so that they are appealing to the ear in conjunction with the sound of my voice. But next time, if I can remember, I'm either going to recap. I'll give you a summary of Jibby 8 next time. You know, that banger Crunchyroll original. Not the first, but I'm gonna spare you. I'm gonna spare you some time. You can save that time. You won't get the time back listening to me next time, but you can save yourself hours of your life and some pain not watching Jibby 8. That might be next time with Starling Story Time. Yeah, you know. I'll catch you later. It's your pal. I'm saying words. Goodbye.